the cast of King of the Hill. I'm so excited to meet you guys. I love you all. I can
But who do you love the most?
We love you back.
Well, since Mike's not here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Toby.
Come on. Sorry.
I mean, look at the hat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, a guy with a hat.
He is
it
cool.
really works
It's pretty
these
cool.
days, yeah.
no, I want to say I'm doing a lot of interviews this weekend, and the only thing that I've watched all of is King of the Hill. Like I like 20 minutes for everything else, and I'm like, okay, I got it.
I got it.
I'm
Oh,
out.
great.
I watched the entire season. I loved it so much.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you for
is-
watching it.
I know that doesn't seem like a big compliment, but it's a huge compliment. I loved the show.
Aw.
Let's
I'm
take it as a
so-
compliment.
I love
It was
that.
it was so fantastic. I want to know, for all of you, like, what was the most surprising thing about returning to these characters over a decade plus? You know, since we've seen them last.
I think for me the surprise was the consistency.
Yeah.
The way that they've changed in the world, but they're all at the core these same people with the same values they've always had. Yeah. It's just years later, and some of them got, we all got older. but no, yeah, Kathy's the same, and Peggy's the same basically.
Yeah. For
But
me,
yeah.
I feel like Connie was so shy and kind of pulled in when she was younger, and so it's really been fun to just see her blossom as a young adult and just be a lot bolder.
Right.
Yeah, find her voice.
And I really liked that they gave a backstory that we didn't even know was going to be a backstory,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
really exciting that we went to other countries and all that. So I felt like that really informed our ability to not be exactly how we were before,
Right.
but the same.
I wanted to ask you about that actually. Like, what was your reaction to first reading the script and realizing that, like, wow, Hank and Peggy have not even been in Texas this whole time?
Well, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
I thought it was a way to shake things up but not go too far, like people would believe that. And also has some good jokes for when you get home.
Yeah.
That is true. Now, Sal, can I call you Sal?
Yes, you may.
Okay, because we met in the bathroom earlier.
Exactly.
So I feel like
go way back.
We're going
Way
way
back.
back now.
Will you call me Sal as well?
You can call me Al.
You call me Sal.
I can call you Sal. All right. Sal
I can
number
call you
1 or number
Betty.
2? What number you get? No. Sal, I wanted to ask, Hank's always been kind of thought of as a classic conservative, but I feel like that gauge has, moved a little bit in the last, decade and a half
True.
or so. So, how did you guys approach politics and social shifts in 2025?
Right. So, as you mentioned, the original show certainly had a reputation for good social commentary, smart social commentary, right? It's interesting, though, a lot of people do project on the Hank that he was a conservative, but if you look at the shows, Hank was the common sense middle, usually. Sometimes lean left, sometimes lean right. And that's something that, me, Mike, and Greg wanted to make sure was consistent with this revision. Well, revitalization, revision, revival.
Revitalization's a great word.
Revitalization,
I like
yeah,
revitalization.
I'll own that one.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make sure that Hank still represented, for Hank, that common sense middle ground, right? Respect, follow rules, things like that. But to your point, when we first had our meetings to talk about the why now of it all, we did point out that, Hank left America at a time when he was the common sense middle, but, the extreme has pushed so far extreme now that middle is probably considered, either progressive or even, I don't know, libertarian probably. Exactly.
Thank you,
And
yes.
so, that is an interesting thing that, to put our character into a fish out of water situation where he's coming back and things are just totally different now, and people's reactions to things are different now. Even Dale's character that represented the far extreme for conspiracy theorists, now the real life conspiracy theories are way more extreme than Dale. So Dale doesn't even represent the extreme anymore. But that's the backdrop. But we made a concerted effort to make sure, just like in the original, the show was never about politics or a political show. It was about culture for sure, and family and things that are more relatable. So we wanted to make sure that we stayed true to that. Every story is still going to be based on character, family, relationships, and some small relatable thing, sure, wrapped in the fabric of society around it, but the show's never going to be about
Right.
that external stuff.
And what I loved about the show too is that I feel like Hank and Peggy are they're still learning.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not so stuck in their ways. I mean, throughout the show, you can still see them sort of like the light bulbs going off for them in a lot of ways. Now, Pamela, Bobby's voice is one of the most instantly recognizable voices in all of animation. I think he's the funniest character. I wanted to know what was there any trick to aging him up, and were you surprised to see that he is now a chef?
Thank you. Hello, Tutu. I wasn't surprised. I was just overwhelmed. Like I've said in every interview we've given, people were like, how did you feel about the show coming back? I'm like, well, let me tell you this. Kathy would send us all like pieces and snippets throughout the years, like, look what this person said, look what that person said, and get us all like just, a reboot boner, if you will. So,
I'm taking that. I'm stealing that.
I can't wait to say
It's
reboot
yours,
boner.
baby.
That's-
But it feels, it was like, wait, what? So, we're going to get older. I mean, so basically Bobby was a 12-year-old boy for about 7-8 years, and then he was 13 for the rest of the original series. And now he's, 20, and you could tell all these stories, and it's exciting for me, and I think it's kind of cool because none of us had kids when we started, and then one day Kathy was like, I'm pregnant, and then like I was like, I can't tell anybody, and then I went up to her and I was like, I'm pregnant too.
And me too.
Yeah, we all caught it. We all caught the sperms, but anyway.
Oh dear.
Sorry. I don't even know.
No.
It's
thank
comic
you.
book, man.
It
No,
is.
all of us got
We're-
the sperm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you gave the sperms.
thank
Okay.
you.
We're not gonna even blank sperm out in this interview.
No.
Nope.
You don't want blank sperms,
No, that's
so
or sometimes you do.
there you go.
Sometimes you do. Am I right, guys?
Hey!
Oh!
Can I ask a quick question? Were you guys freaked out when you read that we were 10 years? You know what I mean? That it was.
Freaked out?
Yeah. For a while, I had a moment where I was saying, "But wait, that's not how we are." But then I realized it was good because what it did was it opened up more stories and more character.
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
needed if we were going to keep going for our 400th
Yeah,
year.
it's very cool because it's like what Sal was saying that you're able to you're in this world that is familiar and people so desperately need because they want to go back to something that's analog. I mean, and the show is analog, the animation is like everything about it is handmade. It's hewn for families and that feeling, except that there's this new exciting element is that we've gone into the future a little bit, which enables us to tell more stories. And it's
Right.
just, you're getting that really good vintage King of the Hill feeling with the newness of like Hank and Peggy coming back from say it. There you go.
Yeah. Now, one thing I wanted to bring up, Toby, rest in peace, Johnny Hardwick, obviously.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, what was it like for you, to bring Dale back and put your own spin on the character and sort of your approach to doing what Johnny did, but also do your own thing?
Well, it's strange that I didn't try to put my own spin on it, really.
Okay.
I just took what Johnny did and tried to be faithful to that, to the thing that he made all those years ago. He made this guy Dale out of nothing. He might have had a sketch to look at, but
Right.
he became that guy Dale. And then I think over the course of our lives, now I haven't smoked cigarettes in like 20 or so years, but I think Johnny and I smoked about the same amount of cigarettes in our lives,
Yeah.
so that we can get to that Dale thing. We both have that rasp, I think. So that was the way that we were similar, I think.
I do think it is fun that this kind of does confirm that Dale was a little bit ahead of his time as a
Right?
conspiracy theorist.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so hilarious that all that Dale stuff that people would shake their heads at, that wacky Dale.
He seems
It's
so
all
much more like-
mainstream now.
Yeah, it's like he's like like a guy that you could run into the street now.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah,
and
yeah.
run into,
Yep.
yeah. Now,
Yeah.
the one off-topic question for you, I wanted to ask: do you still own any of Artie's shirts, and can you still hang from a flagpole with superhuman levels of strength?
You know what? I haven't done that flag thing in a while, but I have Arnie's glasses. I still have those glasses. The shirts I don't have, but the glasses I do. And those shirts now and again, they cycled back in a couple years ago, and I saw a bunch of people walking around with the red and blue stripes on their shirts.
I love that.
So they came in. Somebody started making them again.
That's amazing. Last question for you guys, and I want to thank you all for your time. And like I said,
Sure.
I
Of
love the
course.
show. Are there any plans in the works yet that you've heard up for a follow-up season? Because I know it's early and you're promoting the first one, but I would love to see more.
Yeah, they told me that the next season is going to be "Oh, that Peggy!" exclamation mark. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but
Yeah,
I
a
would
spoiler.
think it's going to be.
sounds good.
I'm just hoping everyone watches these 2 seasons so we can come back. So come on, guys, it's up
Yeah.
to you.
I've already watched it all. I'm gonna watch it again. I will put as many views as I can down for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
thank
guys,
you.
thank you so much for your time. I really
Thank you so
appreciate it. I love
much.
you guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.